If you have watched The Amazing Spider-Man 2, you must have seen this scene. The scene where I lost Gwen.
Gwen! Oh, please.
I'm sure most of us experience grief at a certain point of life. A few weeks ago, there was a workshop on grief and loss organized by Dr. Anasuya and the team, and the speaker was Dr. Robert Neimeyer, the leading figure in grief therapy. With this, I have appointed my psychology to make 2 videos about the workshop, and I hope that they help you understand better about the grief process. Also, don't forget to click the link here to read the articles that we wrote for the workshops, and enjoy the video.
Well, my motivation is very simple. We all know Malaysia's been through a hell of a lot in the last 1 year. In fact, right now, this time last year, we were at Everly Hotel doing service with the MH370. And then you had MH17, then you had the floods, and then you had the boy jumping in Bangsa Shopping Centre, all kinds of things in 1 year. So the need for grief work was really high. I met Neimeyer when I went to the ADEC conference 2 years ago. I went to the ADEC conference, and then again in the Hong Kong conference where I met Neimeyer, and I went for his workshop, his 2-day workshop there. And he was amazing because in his workshops he gives content, he gives research, really a lot of research in the work he does. He gives techniques, very important skill-based techniques, and he does it in a way that keeps you entertained for the whole workshop style. So he was the most amazing speaker I had ever had for 3 days, and I went, okay, let's bring him down.
For me personally, I've learned a lot of different things. For example, one of it is really different techniques of how we can help people going through complex grief.
More techniques to use when you are actually doing when you're helping the clients.
I think this is something that people have to go through, and sometimes for certain people it's really, really difficult to walk out. So I think with these techniques that we hear from Dr. Robert, right, it really helped me to understand more about this group of people and really know the techniques of really how to help them.
All the techniques were very creative. I think the approaches and the techniques used was marvelous.
And I thought that this workshop really taught me a lot. Like for example, those journaling, those reflective, you go through it again, and narrative, and then also the empty chair that we learn about. I think all these techniques are really practical, and they really help people going through complex grief to reflect and after that walk out of it.
For the participants and for everybody who joined the workshop, thank you very much. I mean, a lot of sharing happens in these workshops. People open up a lot and they share a lot of their own trauma and pain, because in order to learn how to deal with trauma and pain, you kind of have to share. And I'm actually very honored that some people have shared to the extent they've shared. I thank you very much for being here.
For me, I am really, really very thankful, and I thank you for taking the invitation from the team, Dr. Anasu and all, to come to Malaysia and to teach us about this, because for me personally, it was really enriching, and I've learned so much about this, and I really want to thank you for sharing your knowledge, your research, and what you're doing in this area.
You all have done a very good job. I think everybody, it ran quite very smoothly.
Honestly, I'm inspired. I'm inspired to really see, people going through this and come out of it, because I've heard so many stories that you've shared, and it really encourages me to see look around me in the future, probably work in this area. So I thank you for your time and your contribution in this field.
The speaker was fantastic,